Denver Nuggets. In the getaway car, I had to work on the engine, the crankshaft, cylinder head, and the pistons. These
at guard and 6'2", number 11,
We hear all the time about the rookie wall.
Oh, it's definitely a real thing, B.A. Not for every rookie, but a good percentage of them. You know, I'm interested to see which ones in this class are able to power through.
Here's the starting group for Portland. Sharp and Grant are out on the wings. Williams is out there with Avdia, and it's Holiday in at the point guard position. Now here's Holiday. The Knicks pull it in. Pass to Anunoby. Lets it go from deep. Diawara can't hit. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Outside, Williams. Shot clock at 5. And here's Grant from the arc. The rebound by Diawara. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Earlier I spoke with Mike Brown. I asked Coach directly about his thoughts on facing Drew Holiday. We have to keep an eye on him at all times, Coach admitted, saying defense is where he has me most worried. He can be so disruptive. We really have to keep the ball away from him. Sounds like they'll try to avoid Holiday altogether on the offensive end. Brian, back to you.
And Allie, thanks. The Trailblazers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on.
Well, plenty of anticipation in Portland for this summer when the WNBA will return to the Rose City. The Fire will reclaim the name from Portland's initial 2-year WNBA run from 2000 to 02. And this summer, with the momentum around the league, the hope is that flame will endure.
A new beginning. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. On the wing, Grant turned in an outstanding game against Washington. From outside the arc, kept alive. Fires for 3. Can't get it. 0 for 3 in this one. For New York, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Towns against Holiday. The shot by Towns, no good. For Portland, they've gone only 1 of 6 so far. Outside Holiday. And he misses the go-ahead basket. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Brunson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Drew Holiday.
Boy, the maturation of Brunson is really special. This guy, phenomenal as scorer and facilitator.
Both free throws good from Brunson. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. On the wing, Holiday. Back to Avdia. Lets a 3 fly. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
Avdia showing you his catch and shoot skills.
Holiday against Brunson. Anunoby passes to Brunson. Here's Diawara. Get it to go.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
Now, Jeremy Grant has figured out how to be opportunistic on the interior. Nicely done there.
Now here's Brunson. Against Toronto, he was really on his game. Here's Avdia. Outside, Williams. Back to Avdia. On the wing, Holiday.
2 minutes.
The 3. The rebound by Diawara. New York trailing. Back to Brunson. Towns a screen on Holiday. Brunson passes to Towns. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Their last encounter was in Portland.
Yeah, and what was really impressive was they stayed patient. The shot selection was excellent, and you see the result.
Well, typically, Greg, great decision-making leads to great shooting percentages. I thought that team played a very smart game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
A new lineup here for New York. Then for Portland, Kamara comes in for Grant, and it's Henderson in for Holiday. And the stats for Drew Holiday only tell half the story, Doris.
Yeah, they may not even tell half the story. Drew Holiday is one of the most unique and gifted defensive players we've ever seen. Make him check 1 through 5, he can do all that. Change the game with his defensive ability, he can do that. This guy is special.
Hart can't hit. Now Portland with it. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Kamara, no good. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Count it.
Yeah, good awareness by Mitchell Robinson. Reads the coverage and capitalizes as a roller.
And Williams punches it home.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Alvarado, averaging around 5 points a game. Here's Shamet, and the three-pointer goes.
Boy, how about the awareness from the big man? We think of Mr. Robinson as a shot blocker. What a pretty pass.
And now the Knicks on the break. Shot's good by Hart.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
Here's Sharp, and it's Portland scoring again.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Here are the 5. Portland has to start the second. Murray out there with Tamani Kamara. Then it's Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Henderson.
Boy, when these bigs like Karl Anthony Towns show off that power, you've got to love it.
Now here's Henderson. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Wizards in Washington. Thybulle against Clarkson. Back to Henderson. Shot clock at 6. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Oh, the analytics department is smiling after that one.
Here's Towns. Oh, Towns! Disregarding the D.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. Every team in the league is looking for a long, athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trailblazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Guys, back to you.
A good strategy. Okay, Allie, good stuff. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Jeremy Grant. We're about a minute and a half into this second quarter. Here's Kamara. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Kamara's gotten his first points in this one. The Knicks with the lead. Alvarado, the pass to Robinson. And it's Reith with the rebound. Outside Kamara. Pass to Sharp. Outside Holiday. The 3 is up. He drops it from range. Holiday's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Anunoby, he's checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for Alvarado. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Murray's checked in. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. They trail by 1. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Knicks have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Here's Brunson outside. And again, the Knicks missing. The Trailblazers have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Here's Holiday. The Knicks pull it in.
He struggles shooting the rock, yet they're still winning. It's a good thing his teammates have played well.
Well, one thing we know about Jordan Clarkson, he's going to shoot it, Doris.
Well, B.A., he's been given the green light by virtually every coach he's played for. He's been one of those guys off the bench that you can count on for consistent productivity, and that's invaluable. Listen, the bench has got to produce if you're going to be an effective team.
Portland leading by 3. Pass to Graham. Fires from deep. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one.
And the corner pocket was open, and Grant took advantage.
And some changes here for Portland. Robert Williams comes in for Murray. And Denny Obvious subbed in for Kamara. Outside Brunson. Pass to Towns. Will it go? Towns making his mark from long range.
After a slow start, he has really tightened up his game.
Here's Holiday. Brunson defending. Holiday passes to Abdia. Anunoby against Grant. And Mitchell Robinson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution for your Knicks.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Sharp passes to Williams. Here's Abdia. 3-pointer Sharp. They get it back. Williams.
Oh, man. Ochi Anunoby's versatility on the defensive end, so impressive.
New York working the ball around now. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Holiday with the ball. And Clarkson picks him up defensively. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tone, it helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Knicks trail by 5. Brunson inside with the finish.
That's toughness, that's ability to absorb contact and finish. That is Jalen Brunson in a nutshell.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. They defeated Washington in their last game.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Outside Brunson to the middle. And a big finish by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson understands how to position himself and turn the lights out. Makes that easy.
Abdia passes to Grant. 44 seconds left to play in the half. 5 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot here. Williams' shot is good.
Assisted by Jeremy Grant.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Well, despite his size, Jalen Brunson loves to operate in the painted area.
This is his second trip to the line in the game, and he makes a first. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, because Jalen Brunson's such a terrific decision maker, you can tell how confident and comfortable this team is when he runs the offense.
And yep, it's good.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to McBride. Here's the 3. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight. 3-pointer Sharp. Hits the 3-pointer. Sharp's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Trailblazers leading by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Let me tell you guys, there's nothing better than playing well on the road and hearing that silence.
Yeah, in many ways, they've looked like the more comfortable. Moving on to our next topic. Glad you could join us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Shaedon Sharpe really making a difference here.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And, boy, this young guy has done just that.
Anunoby plays the 4, and Cat is the center. Miles McBride is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Diawara in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now here's Anunoby. No made baskets yet. Grant outside. Outside, Williams. It's Avdia on the wing. Back to Williams. Soft touch off the glass. Williams has got 6 points. Big picture question, Doris. What do you think of the direction of the game?
I love where the game is. Players have never been more skilled. The three-point shooting and the tough shot making is at its highest level. And I think the physicality that's slowly being reincorporated is perfect. Boy, just tremendous concentration on deep range. OG Anunoby is really coming along as a shooter.
Double clutch jam wows the crowd.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. You look at Portland, hasn't been a banner year thus far, but they're clinging to that 8th spot in the conference.
Checking out Portland, they failed to deliver the great season people were hoping for, but it's far from hopeless. Plenty of time to turn things around for them.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Bia. Drew Holiday understands the big picture. He said, quote, basketball is a two-way sport. As much as you train offensively, you need to do the same thing defensively. Doing defensive slides, wall sits, things that help you with your legs and your base. I've done that since I was little. It helps. Brian, back to you.
An elite defender. Allie, thank you. Now here's Avdia. He's got 6. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Outside Holiday from the arc. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's McBride. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Drew Holiday.
The officials were right on top of that one.
First trip to the line for him here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 3-point lead. And here's Grant from the arc. And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go. And this is what the schedule looks like for Portland. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And that game against Memphis, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Grant. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Boy, the team doing pretty well despite his offensive struggles right now.
Anunoby a screen on Sharpe. Pass to Diawara for the tie. Sharpe grabs the miss. Trailblazers lead by 3. As Shaedon Sharpe continues to develop, he's proven that he's more than just a high flyer.
Yeah, we've seen the vicious dunks, but he's also got a pretty good touch as well. The upside potential for him is sky high.
Williams punches it home.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Outside Brunson. From behind the arc. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got his 6th rebound on the night.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch. Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So both teams making some changes here. And here are the most accurate point guards in the NBA this season when it comes to field goal percentage. Jalen Brunson, 4th.
There are just some fantastic shooters on that list. You love point guards who have great touch as well as the patience to wait for good looks.
You know, that intelligence is really their hallmark. Always taking the smart shot, never forcing it when it's not there. You know, that's how they're able to keep their percentages so high. That and the fact that they can flat out shoot it. Sometimes the game requires you to just keep at it, so he's got to be aggressive.
Here's Kamara. Up and in on the layup. Kamara's got his 2nd basket on the night.
Well, great possession there. Anytime you end up at the rim with a high percentage look, perfect.
On the wing, Clarkson. Robinson, a screen on Holiday. Robinson passes to Brunson. Now here's Clarkson. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Henderson.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And it's Portland scoring again.
Anytime Henderson can't get to the rim, that mid-range jumper is always there.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks.
Outside Kamara. Pass to Grant. Inside. Here's Avdia. Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that?
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, Denny Avdia can get up there, folks, when he wants to.
Hart from long range. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Hart's got 5. 3-pointer Holiday. And it's New York with a rebound.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Brunson passes to Robinson. Can't hit from in close. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Trailblazers. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. It's Scoot and Sharp in at the 1 and the 2. Tumani Kamara out there with Murray. And it's Thibault in at the 3, the small forward. Murray against Robinson. Murray passes to Sharp. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Sharp's got 19 points.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Pass to Shaman. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Henderson. Portland leading by 4. And here's Murray. Thibault passes to Henderson. Lets it go from the wing. Clarkson grabs a miss.
No one in his way. You have got to make the defense pay. That's a quality mid-range look right there.
Now the Blazers on the move. Thibault, that's good. And it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Portland.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
Left side Robinson. Pass to Alvarado to halt the run. And again, the Knicks missing. Portland leading by 8. And out of bounds, the Knicks will take it.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. They'll want to talk about that one.
For the Knicks, Dowdy comes in for Robinson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Shamet. And also a switch here for Portland. Williams is checked in for Murray. Oh, Brunson nails it from deep.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the front.
Clarkson on the double team. Here's Thibault. Outside for Henderson. Williams, a screen on Brunson. And there's the lob. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Henderson.
Boy, an unfortunate mix-up right there. Cost them a possession.
So both teams changing it up here. Knicks trail by 5. Right side, Brunson. Deflected.
Avdia, great timing contesting that. Send it back, young sir.
Outside Williams. Another chance. Rebounded by Towns. New York has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th.
Well, beautifully done by Towns, using the up fake to bait the defender.
First personal foul. First team.
That free throw no good.
Karl Anthony Towns. At the line, 2 shots.
And he sinks the second.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
During that break, Coach Chauncey Billups had some advice for the team. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Avdia rips down the board.
If you're trying to make a comeback, that is the kind of shot that doesn't help.
It's off. Knicks trail by 7. McBride attacking. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. Here's Sharp. Outside Grant. Shoots a 3. Rebounded by Towns.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Ooh, the shot misses. New York shooting around 30% since the 4th quarter got underway. Towns in his comfort zone.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
Left side Sharp. Oh, and Towns with the block. Brunson. Oh, the physicality of Brunson.
You want the ball to find its way into Brunson's hands in these big-time moments. He relishes the opportunity.
To take the lead, and he cashes it in on the layup.
One of the best clutch players in the entire league. Step up, Mr. Jalen Brunson.
Portland trailing here. Sharp. Oh, the stuff.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Brunson, so confident at the rim.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
Now here's Sharp. Defense right on him. And stolen by Brunson. Anunoby with it. Avdia picks him up. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sharp. Rebounded by Towns. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Connecting on the charity stripe, so important. Now you are up 3.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a 3-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Sharp. Yes, sir! Hits the jumper.
Yeah, fearless play by Sharp in clutch time. He wants us to know he's ready to shine in challenging moments. Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Outside Sharp. From 18 feet. And so the big win by New York in a tight game. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish.
Five-star boy been committed. Hey, chat, thanks for another 10 gifted. Creek lifestyle volume 2 different.